Okay, I've explained the SHA-256 hash, but now let's see it in action. Before I do that, though, I'd like to give a shout out to Anders Brownsworth for his permission to use his demo. Now, the input block here labeled data is blank, right? And even blank gives us a 256 hash, which can be seen starting here with E3B0. If I add, I look forward to summer, you could see that it changes the hash quite dramatically. In fact, every single letter or space or word or character, symbol will change this hash quite dramatically. Okay, now let's look at block 1. Okay, block 1, here we show it in red, right? I am looking for summer. It doesn't like this hash, right? What it's looking for here to be acceptable into the blockchain is to have find a nonce that creates 4 zeros here in the hash. So when I hit the mine button, it's going to start at 0 and continue on reading numbers into the algorithm until we get 4 zeros here. So and this is what the miners do and get paid for, because this takes a lot of electricity to do this. Here we're doing it only with the 4 zeros, but it could be much more than that. So when I hit the mine, we chug along. And then alas, here we go. With a nonce of 57,959, we end up with 4 zeros in the hash. So this block here is now kind of ready to be added to the block relative to the mining operation. Okay, so when we look at the actual blockchain demo here, the actual blockchains, okay, I'm back to block 1. I don't have a nonce in here yet, so let's get one. Now this one goes green because I've got a hash code that works. You can see the previous hash here is all zeros. Why? Because this is block 1. This is one of the things that the miners look at to make sure this all makes sense. The second block has its own data, but I also like the fall. It is not connected to block 1. There's no nonce. The previous hash is correct, but this hash is incorrect. So let's mine it to make the hash start with leading 4 zeros. I hit mine. Now this has the leading 4 zeros. The previous hash starts with C076C6, which is correct here, with a nonce of only 2136. And as we go down the line here, that continues that trend. You can keep winter, block number 3. And you can see now that it correctly looks at the previous hash here, the 66B8. Its own hash has got the leading, actually made it all the way to 5 zeros here, and so on and so forth. So each one of these blockchains now is reinforcing the data in the others. So if I come back here and I want to change this blockchain, all the blocks preceding it, succeeding it rather, will identify this as fraudulent activity. So that's the basic concept behind how blockchain uses a democratic process to kind of police and monitor the data in the blockchain.